In this video, we're going to talk about extra credit and the gradebook. So the first thing we're going to look at is how to add extra credit. I'm going to show you one of the easiest ways to do that. We're going to go to our Assignments tab in our course, and I've already added an extra credit assignment. I want to show you something in the settings. The most important thing that you want to remember about extra credit assignments is in the settings, the point value should be 0. So even if this extra credit assignment is worth 10 points, 15 points, or however many points you've decided, in your settings you want to put it as 0. The reason why is because when you add points to the student's grade, it's a boost in their grade when you give them, for example, 10 points and it was worth 0. If you made this worth 10 points and the student only got 7, it's actually going to penalize the student. Also, any student that does not do it would be penalized because you had it set at something other than 0. So you definitely need to set that at 0. If it's an assignment that they're going to submit electronically, then you go ahead and leave your submission type as online. If it's not done that way, you can do no submission. That still gives you your column in the gradebook. So now we'll go over to the gradebook and we will look at that column. I've already entered some grades for a couple of students here. We've got Eli and we've got the test student. So here's our extra credit column. It's out of 0. So Eli got 7 and the test student got 5. Notice Eli's grade is an 83.8. Even if I put a 0 there, he ends up not getting the extra points, but it doesn't affect really his grade. The grade basically is 81 now, and if I add those extra credit points, then he gets the points, but it's not a penalty for not doing it. If this had been set to something like 10 or 12 or 15, then anything other than that actual amount would have been a penalty. So even though I know this assignment is maybe worth 10 points, he got 7 out of 0, so that's a boost in the grade. Now, another thing that is very important is that you don't leave any blanks in your gradebook. So here you can see on this assignment, this proud moment assignment, the test student did not do it, but we haven't entered anything there. So let's look at what the final average is right now. The final average for Eli is 83 and 87 for the test student. Now when we download the gradebook, which I've already done, and I'm going to bring that over, we want to look at the last few columns, the ones I have highlighted in yellow. So Eli's current score and final score are the same. That's what you want to see. You want to see current score and final score as well as letter grades the same. That tells you that we've graded everything in that gradebook. For the test student, the current score is 87, but the final score is 60. So this tells us that something has not been graded, or something has been left blank. So the problem is we did not put a 0 where we needed to. If we go back to the Canvas gradebook, what we really need to do here, because this student was supposed to do the assignment and they didn't, we need to punch in a 0. And when we do that, we now see the correct grade for that student. So you always want to make sure that you don't leave anything blank. If a student did not do an assignment, you want to make sure that you put zeros there so that you have the correct average for each student. So had we done that prior, then with the test student you would see both scores being a 60 or D, just like Eli had the same scores. So that's what you want to remember about extra credit and the gradebook.